Yes, 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 yes. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. This is Forrest. Absolutely excited about the topic for this evening. Gonna have a lot of fun, a lot of fun, a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Hope you guys are ready to go. 7 laws to follow when breaking all the rules of a traditional career. Totally jazzed about that. And if you hang around to the end, I've got another 6 that I'll throw at you that you're absolutely going to dig for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. So, thanks again for swinging by. Really appreciate it. I'm just going to give this just a second to push out to all my other channels. If you're catching me on Periscope or YouTube, drop and share some comments. And if you are in one of the groups that this is streaming to, you should see a link that says StreamYard, like right above the video. If you click on that and follow the little prompts, I'll be able to see your comments when you comment. Other than that, you're just going to come up as Facebook user, so you sort of have to jump through a few hoops if you're in the group catching this. So if you are over in the Extreme, I keep saying Extreme, the XTRM Legacy Creators group, truly appreciate you hanging out. Again, that's going to be exciting. We're having our Edition 1, our Legacy launch this Thursday. For those of you in the group, I'll actually broadcast it to this to my timeline as well. I've got a couple of speakers lined up. I'm waiting for one of them to confirm, so we're just going to keep our fingers crossed that it's going to be an absolutely awesome interview. We will see how that goes coming up here in the next couple of days. I'm really excited about that. Quick question for you. In what we call the gig economy, the side hustle economy, the do something else to make a little bit of extra money economy, the me economy, the you economy, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of side hustles going on. Everything from people doing lawn care to dog walking to just about anything. So what is it you do? What is your side hustle, and what is the challenge that you feel that you have in your side hustle? So if you have a side hustle, feel free to share it in the comments. What do you do as a side hustle? Are you a dog walker? Are you a car washer? Are you a lawn care guy? Are you a handyman on a part-time? I'm talking about part-time side hustle stuff. And in addition to your full-time 40, 50, or 60-hour week gig, what is your side hustle? What is your gig economy? What do you do on the side? Maybe you're a rideshare driver. What do you do? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about 7 laws to maybe help you folks. Maybe you're sitting around going, so what should I really do? My wife, her side hustle is she has a boutique that she's running. Matter of fact, she made me this awesome shirt right here just a few minutes ago. Absolutely excited to have this cool deal. And she actually made me this matching hat to go along with it. So if you can see it, very neat. So she's getting me hooked up with all the stuff that I need to help me build and grow my brand, which is absolutely neat, the XTRM brand, which I'm excited about doing that. So what is your side hustle? Well, what do you do? Share that. And what are some of the challenges? Do you have challenges? I'm going to go over 7 laws I think that will help you maybe have a little bit of a mind shift, maybe help you think outside the box. I know they definitely help me go down, along with the fact that once you continue to travel down that road, once you continue to go on that destiny, and you really have it on your heart to move forward, doors just constantly open, doors just constantly open, doors just constantly open, doors just constantly open. And the cool thing about the doors opening over here is the mess over here seems to get really irritating. It's like it's pushing you out of the nest. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe you're not like that. But I know me, when I'm ready to go in a direction, and like my one of my sponsors, mentor, said, sometimes I just need to sit on my hands and be patient. And I'm about this far from done being patient, but I got to be patient. Got to keep hustling. Got to keep working. Got to keep moving forward, taking it one day at a time. So excited to see where. It's funny. I'm 57 years old, but I feel like I'm 25 in terms of just getting started with my life and my career and where I want to go and what I want to do and the people I want to impact. And it's absolutely okay. It's absolutely okay if you restarted and readjusted and maybe you had a business that you started that was just a complete flop, right? when I met my wife, she had a janitorial service, and we worked on marketing it. And that's a hard hustle. I mean, it's a hard hustle to have to go to somebody else's business and have to clean up their mess. And for any of you that do that, for any of you that have a side hustle as a janitorial service, man, high fives to you, because that's a hustle that I ain't doing. So more props off to you. Absolutely cool. So let's jump into number one. Let's jump into the first one here, and please feel free to share your side hustle. No links, please. Just what do you do? Maybe you do a lawn care service. Just say lawn care. And as a matter of fact, let's even take it to the next level. Do lawn care in your city. So if somebody wants to reach out to you about your service, they can reach out to you. Absolutely, we can do that on this live. It's my live. I can do it, right? So if you have a lawn care service, put lawn care in the name of your city. No links, no links, no links. You don't need to put your business name. Just say I specialize in lawn care and I'm in this city, or I do dog walking in this city. And these are all side hustle gigs, right? These are all side hustle stuff you do in addition to your 40-hour job. So if you have a 40-hour job, don't put that here. If you're a dentist, you're probably not doing that on the side. Don't put that in here. But if you have a side hustle deal, maybe you have a full-time job as whatever, and maybe you're a travel agent on the side. So you put, whatever it is, put your name and put travel agent so people can reach out. Put your city, what city you work in, so people can reach out to you as well for that city. So let's jump into number one. The number one law, I'm actually going to throw it in the chat like this. I can chat it, and then I can actually show it. I love this software. It's pretty cool. Push up there. Periscope won't let me throw it up. Hey, Ida, thanks for swinging by. So the number one law, understand that there are numerous paths to take to get to the same finish line. And I'm actually going to be looking over here, reading some notes off of my deal. So hopefully nobody gets offended because I'm not looking at you guys and reading my notes. So just because you have 10 friends that want to make extra income walking dogs doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do that. If your motivation earning additional income shouldn't have to come at the cost of doing something that you don't find enjoyable. So that's always the hardest thing. What do I do? And I always put the challenge out there. Some people hesitate at doing something. They hesitate at doing something because they don't know how to do it, right? They don't know what the first steps are. So here's my gift to y'all, and I said y'all because there's probably a lot of you, but here's my gift to you. If you're struggling with, maybe you do have a passion, maybe you do know what it is you need to do, come and hang out with me for a little while. Come and join my business. Come and align with me in my business, and I guarantee you at the end of 12 months, if you want to go that long, at the end of 6 months, heck, probably at the end of 90 days, if you stay plugged in and you're coachable and you really want to learn, we'll teach you how to market, we'll teach you how to prospect, we'll teach you how to follow up, we'll teach you how to put a business in place. And trust me, if you align yourself with me as a coach, I don't come easy. So you definitely want to make sure you're going to step it up. If you want to align with me, we can do that and get you off and running. If you're in network marketing and you're struggling, you're not sure what to do, reach out to me too, because I am a coach and I'll help you go in that direction as well. So we can definitely get you going. Somebody actually commented coach in there. I don't know who that is. I think it's probably my wife. Anonymously jumping in. I can't see who you are if you're commenting from the group. So really appreciate that. So the number one thing is understand there are numerous paths to take. So just because everybody's on the bandwagon, I know my wife. It's so cool and awesome. She's on this. She does, I guess you want to call it a printing service, but she does T-shirts and bags and all kinds of really, really cool stuff. She's got these wine bags she does. Babe, if you're on the live, if you want to grab one of your pictures of what you do for that and drop it in the comments and show people some of the cool stuff you do, absolutely cool. So if you want some kind of special deal, she's doing the mask right now. Everybody's doing masks that she's got going on. She made me one. It's sort of like the Venom mask that she made, and she's got some for Juneteenth that she does. So she's got a lot of cool stuff, but she basically got kicked out of our upstairs is basically our master suite. So we got a master bathroom, and she's got her office down the hall, and I got my office here. Then we got a master bedroom at the other end of the hall. So, and this is basically our master suite office space up here on the second floor of our home. So the cool thing about it, she's got her T-shirt boutique, her Summer Rain boutique down at the other end of the hall down there. And we thought, oh yeah, I'm going to move out. We'll give you a lot more room. Well, it's blown up already. So really excited to see how fast it's growing, see how many orders she's getting, because she's really, really focused and she's plugged in, and she gets some really cool coaching and mentorship from me to help her market stuff. So I really love the fact I can pat myself on the back and be a little bit braggadocious that I do have a real good understanding of marketing and advertising and all that kind of stuff. So, and I will help you do that as well if you decide to come on board. So enough about me. So number one, law of understand that there are numerous paths to get to the same finish line. And I like this. Let me scroll up a little bit here so I can grab number two. I love this StreamYard software. If you don't use it, recommend it because it's very cool because you can do interviews. And I just scrolled up too far. I will catch up, I promise. Not an adult to waste your time here, and it's not letting me do what I want to do. Come on, don't freeze up. Be nice, be nice. Had my notes up here, and they decided to leave me for a minute. So please, 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 if you're on here, share your side hustle. Share your side hustle in the comments. What you do. Maybe you're a lawn care specialist. Maybe you're maybe you have a t-shirt boutique or some type of boutique or something like that. Whatever it is, maybe you walk dogs. What city you're in and what you do, feel free to comment below. And let me scroll back down here again. Go down here to the comments. Why is it lagging? And that went a little too far. Come on, we can do this. There we go. There's number two. So number two, the law number two. And you've heard me say this before. This is probably one of my favorite comments, or one of my favorite mindsets of all times when it comes to doing stuff is, let me see what I just did there. Number two. Show number two. There we go. Be selfish, but understand that it's not about you. And this is a thing that we know in my business and in the XTRM impact marketing idea and the concept. It started out to being able to make an impact and be able to impact 300 people's lives, and it's pretty much grown from there. And my goal it's like a selfish program that I have to give away. I get on and do these lives, one, for me because I like doing them, but more importantly, I might say that one little nugget. I might share that one little piece of information that's going to spark the fire, that's going to spark the flame, that's going to ignite the path for somebody to say, man, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go follow my dreams. If that guy can do it, I can surely get up and go do this, right? So I challenge you, if you hear something, feel free to reach out to me. If I say something like, what the heck's he talking about? Feel free to reach out to me. I'll definitely answer your questions. Not a problem at all. So be selfish, but understand it's not about you. Selfish in the sense means putting yourself and your needs above the needs of the person issuing your paycheck. What would you do if money were no object? Imagine a remote island with family drinks, with fruity drinks, and no email might spring to mind. And sure, this would be fun for a few days and even a few weeks. But what about after that? Maybe you dream of creating something that brings you riches and fame. What about that? So when we think about making an impact in other people's lives, the whole entire purpose I know of my vision for XTR Impact is to impact other people's lives, is to be on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. And in terms of the legacy creators, is to take us and move us in a different direction and get us unattached so that we have ownership in what we own. That we're not just the black face on a corporation because they say, hey, we got a black CEO, look at us. No, we need to have our own company, right? We need to have us in our own company. It's Michael Jordan. It has Jordans, but Nike owns Jordan, right? Michael Jordan is the black face of Nike. So when I say that, it's not to be derogatory. It's to say, just to bring to the point of mind, is that we people, I'm talking about everybody now, if you have a mission and you're on your dream, you need to draw a circle around yourself. You need to plant your flag. This is actually biblical now. You need to plant your flag. You need to build your tent, and you need to make sure that wherever you do that, you draw your circle around, that you're going to influence, and you're going to spread. You're going to grow out, and you're going to spread. You're going to influence the people around you in a positive way, so that that person that you might meet and that you introduce a concept or idea to might spark a flame and go out and just impact tens of thousands of people's lives. So it's a selfish program, that you got to give away. Let's jump into number three. Number three, remember that your side gig can help your day job and vice versa. What does that mean? How does your side gig help your day job? Let me see if I can pull this up here quicker than I did the last one. We hit the chat there. It loads up. And I don't know why that keeps jumping in the way. Number three, remember that your side gig can help your day job and vice versa. Although there are a number of traditionally employed people with a side hustle continues to increase, just as many feel uncomfortable talking about their side hustle with coworkers. They might even downplay the idea as just this little thing that I'm working on, as if their side hustle somehow means they don't care or are less invested in their main jobs. For many, and this is true, I mean, some people don't want to feel like they're being disloyal to their employer. I don't care if they're invested about their jobs. For many, though, the side gig can bolster their career and resume rather than detract from it. If you work in a technology and build an app on the side, those skills increases often translate into your main job. Another example, you're a marketing leader for a national company and you just sold a book on the side. Very interesting. You are not your job. That's not what you are. The cool thing about it, and just do a little bit of twist on this, your employer, right, the person that owns your company, they set out with a dream. They didn't just wake up one day and just boom, there was a dream and there was a mission to go out and create a company, and they aren't able to create that company. Now there's some businesses, self-employed people that, like I said, maybe have a lawn care business as a full-time gig, and that's what you do full-time. It's you, yourself, and you. But if you start to get enough clients, guess what you can do? You can go out and actually start to hire other people. And then you have enough people and you have enough clients where maybe you have an entire business and you have several hundred people that are working for you. So now your dream has impacted somebody else. And maybe one of your employees has a dream that you can influence. And because of your job that you gave them, right, they have enough money that they can go start their side hustle. They can buy their t-shirt press. They can buy their hat press. They can buy the stuff that they need to go start their own lawn care business or whatever it might be. So remember, your primary job can also assist you, or you can actually be an asset with a side hustle to your primary 40-hour-a-week job. Number four, this is, let's see if I can highlight that. Come back here, come back here, come back here. I don't know why my computer's just being all glitchy here. Number four, just make sure that your side hustle doesn't cost your daytime job. This is a very, very big deal. And there's some things that in terms of side hustles, one thing that's very, very important, and I know this just coming from a compliance deal, is make sure, and I've seen people do this, is that they will spend so much time focusing on their side hustle, trying to get their coworkers to buy their stuff, that they lose track of their job. So here, just read this. It says, we're breaking society's rules about how employment is supposed to work here, not your company's actual rules. If your company has a non-compete clause for specific language about outside business ventures, make sure that you're not violating them. Although you're typically not required to divulge a side hustle to your employer, it can sometimes mean additional support and flexibility within your primary job. So just make sure that you're not commingling your job and your customers and your clients, that you have your daytime job and you have your side hustle, and your side hustle is your side hustle, your daytime job is your daytime job. It doesn't mean that if some of your coworkers ask you what you're doing, you can't talk about it, right? At least hopefully that's the case. Number five, and this is, I'm gonna dig deep on this. This is very, very important. If you are going to have a side hustle, you've heard me refer to this many times when it comes down to being who you are and doing the things that you need to do. Come on, number five, pop up here. Number five, be ruthless with your schedule. I call it my daily method of operation. Typically, most of my days run where my Tuesdays, my Thursdays, my Saturdays and Sundays, I'm doing a Facebook Live about 8:15, and then my Mondays, my Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm doing my Facebook Lives at about 10:15. That's in my schedule. That's in my daily method of operation. I have a certain number of people that my goal is to prospect every single day. Sometimes the number goes up and down a little bit based on what's going on. I may reach out to a few, I may reach out to less, but I have a goal. And at the end of the week, I track that. I track and measure everything I do so that I can step back and look at the last 90 days. For example, I'm in a challenge group with a bunch of my marketing buddies, and we have fun, and we post our an accountability group. I apologize, an accountability group. So I'm starting to post my goals in there. And one of my goals is I've got about 292-ish or so people that are on a follow-up list from over 90 days ago that I'm going to start to re-engage and go out and knock on their door again and say, hey, you're showing some interest to see if you want to re-engage. And because people, although some people are interested in doing a side hustle, they might not be ready to start right now. So it's very, very important that if you are reaching out to people and you are prospecting people, that you have somewhere in your schedule to follow up with them, and that you have a routine, because you have a routine for your job, right? You get up in the morning, you do whatever your morning routine is. You get in after you get, dressed, showered, exercise, whatever it is, eat breakfast. You get in your car, you drive to work. You probably park in the same place almost every time. You go in, you have your little morning routine at your desk, whatever that is. Make your coffee, get a drink, go say hi to your friends, whatever it is at work, and then you sit down, you go to work, and you have a work routine. Maybe go to lunch every day at the same time. I don't. I just sort of go to work at oddball times or to lunch at oddball times. So it just depends. So be ruthless with your schedule for your side hustle. So I know exactly what I'm going to do when I get home. I talk to my wife and let her know what my schedule is, and I do my schedule. For example, here in about 25 minutes, we've got a team call about some business building so that we can 10x our business and our team growth here in about 25 minutes. So I'm going to be on that. And every night we have a team accountability call that's on my schedule. So unless something else is going on, I do my best not to miss that. Now stuff happens, right? That's life, just happens. I'm not going to freak out because I missed an accountability call, but I make sure that I make it the next day. So very, very important that you have a rigorous schedule for your side hustle. It can't be one of those. And when we're talking about side hustles, we're talking about something that you actually want to do that's viable, to create an income, right? So what do you do as a side hustle? If you didn't catch me earlier, make sure you share what you do as your side hustle. What is it? Are you a lawn care specialist? Do you walk dogs? Maybe you make t-shirts. Share your side hustle and the name of the company. And maybe you make cakes. Maybe you're a baker. Maybe you do that as a side hustle. And there's so many I'm trying to think of. Maybe do catering as a part-time side hustle. Maybe do something like that. Maybe do event planning as a side hustle. Whatever it is, share it in the comments, and then say what city you're in. No links, please. No links, just comments. Comment what you do, what your side hustle is, not your 40-hour week job, not your full-time deal, but your part-time deal. What do you do? Maybe you have a travel business on the side. So say, I'm in travel, and share the city that you work out so people can reach out to you. Absolutely awesome. So let's jump into the next one. Number 6. Now this is this one I'm going to actually read verbatim from what it says here, and the additional 6 of these you're absolutely going to want. Definitely, I know I think it was number 8 or number 9 was probably one of my favorites in terms of having a side hustle and doing something that's very important to make an impact. Adopt a side hustle mindset within your traditional job. Your side hustle is exciting. You're focused on maximizing your time, staying efficient, and prioritizing the things you value. You have fully embraced a mindset of growth and innovation. But who are you at your job? What are you translated some of the ownership and personal responsibilities into your day job? You might find that you have more autonomy in your 9-to-5 than you once thought. Consider sitting down with your supervisor to discuss ways to eliminate needless meetings, reduce the time-suck email threads, and increase time and create thought. I'm a marketing guy. I love marketing, so I'm constantly coming up with ways to say, hey, you guys try this. Hey, let's do that. Hey, what if we implement this? I talk to the sales team a lot. Say, hey, I'm constantly talking to them about follow up, especially the ones that are, doing 35, 40 sales a month. They're not following up. They're missing a lot of opportunity, especially with their current customer base, right? There's a customer base in there that they could constantly, if they really focused on it and put a plan together, right, they could follow up with that plan. Again, you can make suggestions to people all day long, but if they're not going to take action, there's really nothing you can do about it, right? I'm not too busy for Jesus. I love that mask. Very, very cool. I don't know why you're wearing it in the house. Yes, I love my wife. And number 7, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. You're gonna love this. And this is one of the things that I'm gonna talk about how to get around this, next one. Number 7 is very, very important, that you do this. Harnessing your fear. And in a side hustle, there's a couple of things. Like I said earlier, you might be hesitating about starting your side hustle, your side gig, whatever it is, because you just don't know where to start, right? Where do you start? How do I get plugged in? What do I do? I know one of the things that really helped me was I plugged into RankMakers. It's actually open, so you go to rankmakers.com, you can plug in there, and every single day Ray comes on and does a Ray, what he calls a Ray Daily, for about 10 or 15 minutes, and just has marketing ideas and prospecting ideas and mindset ideas. And on top of that, there's like 20,000 people in that group that you can ask questions to, as a tool. So there's a resource that might help you get you over the fear. But one of the things that's really helped me grow my business is taking action, get you over the fear. We just did a 14-day marketing challenge. We did a 14-day challenge, and there were a ton of people in that challenge that had never done a Facebook Live before. And they found out that once they did their first Facebook Live, like, oh, I've been putting this off for 6 or 7 or 8 months, and I did it. Well, it wasn't that big of a deal. And as a result, there was one lady that did a Facebook Live. She got like 17,000 views on her Facebook Live. It was her and her husband. It was really cute, but she did it. It was very attractive. It was fun. And she got a lot of views, and she got a lot of comments, and it also generated a lot of leads for her, because she's got a whole bunch of people now that she knows that are watching her, that she can go out and reach out to and say, hey, appreciate you checking out my live. I'm expanding. And she's got a prospecting base now. So there's a lot of things you can do once you learn how to market. The best way to get over your fear, is take action. It says, being afraid is inevitable when going it alone. It is a natural response to change in the unknown environments. But fear has no place in the side gig world. It can cripple you faster than anything. Launching a business of any size is risky. Your risk, your time. That's one thing I love about network marketing, right? The low barrier of entry, the low risk. It's very, very low risk. I don't have to create anything. I just have to show up and I pay my monthly franchise fee, if you want to call it that, my business fee, because there's not a business in the world, right, that I'm going to be able to go start for 99 bucks a month. Not anywhere, nothing. I can't imagine these guys. Like, I've been in the car business forever. I can't imagine how scary it is to have a $10 million inventory, right? The company that I work for has 55 freaking buildings, franchises located, 55, right? That's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars sitting out there in inventory, right? I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy to me. But for me to be able to start a $1 billion business with a $99 monthly investment, some people say, what if I fail? What if this happens? It's going to happen. But if you learn business, you understand you come at it from an entrepreneur mindset and not a consumer mindset. It's going to make a big, huge difference in where you're coming from in terms of starting a business. Is there a risk? I've started businesses. I had one business that I jumped into. I mean, it was taking off. I had like 650 people, actually 650 teammates. So we're not even talking about customers. 650 teammates in about 90 days. And the company made a corporate decision, and literally overnight, they all just disappeared. And that was a company that, if it was still viable today, I can't imagine I'd probably been making, $30,000 or $40,000 a week based on that business model and the way it was tracking at the time. But the corporate made a corporate decision. That was a horrible decision. I'm sure that they probably wake up at nighttime kicking themselves in the head, thinking that was a horrible decision that they made based on a promise from a company that couldn't deliver, and unfortunately went away. Did I like, oh, I'm never going to do this again? No, I was like, okay, I've been doing this a long time. Businesses come and get. Circuit City. Anybody know where Circuit City went to? Sears and Roebuck. Anybody know where Sears and Roebuck went? What about Montgomery Ward? Radio Shack. You can name business after business after business after business after business after business after business. There's been over 7,000 retail businesses in 2019 that don't exist anymore. Payless Shoes, right? How does the shoe business go out of business, right? how does the shoe business go out of business? So when you're worried about risking, and it's money, and if you don't have $99 a month, that's a lot, right? So sometimes you might have to do a side hustle to start your side hustle to get it going, right? So there are some risk in there. But here's what I've learned is once I plug into a mentor, once I plug into a coach, once I plug into a team of people that taught me how to market, that taught me how to show up, that taught me how to change my mindset about money, that taught me how to get on here and do a freaking Facebook Live and do it because I have a mission to make an impact on people's lives that makes a huge, huge difference. So said that to say this, absolutely loved you guys being here. Absolutely enjoyed doing this Facebook Live. If you got some value, please comment below. Again, share your side hustle in the comments. What do you do as a side hustle? No links, please. Just what do you do as a side hustle? And list the city that you're in so that people who might jump on this Facebook Live, whether it's now or down the road, are going to be able to maybe track you down and become one of your customers, because it's all about getting customers, right? And I love making an impact. So absolutely cool there. So if you'd like 6 additional laws to follow and breaking the rules of traditional business, shoot me a private message. I'll get you those. Absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome. Like I said, number 9, I think it was number 9. Let me roll down here and make sure I was reading the right number. I believe it was number 9. Let me get down here and look. Come on, we can do this. Yes. Anyway, we'll say it's number 9. It's everything's freezing up over here, so I'm pretty sure it's number 9. It was actually probably one of my favorites. If you like those 6 additional, shoot me a private message. I'll definitely get those over to you. Be well worth your time to go through this entire article that I have and read it and see if maybe a side hustle or side gig is something that's for you. Maybe you want to jump into the rideshare business. I can definitely talk to you about that as well. So I've got a really, really cool rideshare side hustle that's just absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome. Definitely a cool way to make some extra cash. You got a car. I'm in the lash beauty industry in Little Rock. Absolutely awesome. So is it Lasagna? Says she's into lash beauty. So I would assume eyelashes. So if you're in the Little Rock area and you're looking for some really cool eyelashes, there you go. So there's one there. So absolutely, absolutely love you guys. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. Go out and make an extreme impact. Go out and fill some empty refrigerators. Go out and create some legacies. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.